the same.
Yeah. Let's fingers crossed it's we do find it and it's still there. But PK is on the case right now because there is no like button on YouTube for some strange known reason.
Oh, Josh has got a package as well, Tower.
Oh, has he got chunks and chunks?
He's got 100k.
I'd love to have seen him play, I tell you. I would love to have seen him play.
Yeah, he's no need. I don't think we're going to see Josh play a hand, to be honest with you, with his stack size. He's basically loco for a 5k package.
Yeah. Good lad.
I think the old man's still in the field as well. Both still.
Vinny's in, is he? I didn't know Vinny had made it. Where's all the names?
I saw him here.
We'll do this after the hand because we've got Cowboys.
Oh, he's just come to watch Josh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I went to see Elizabeth at that place called Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, I saw him this morning
Liz,
in the casino.
He said, I'm off to see Liz. They're all the players. No, that's the chip count. Sorry, 110k. Look at them. Kelly's got 92. Jeff Dudley on our table's got 68 as well. Josh has got 110 from 20,000.
Yeah.
He's ripped it to pieces. Big Dawson's short, Rennie's short, Chris Louch, Alfie Baldwin as he saw getting a double up. Alex Montgomery, look at that from the top 5 stacks all the way down.
Yep.
There's nothing in it.
No, there's not. It
just shows you when you're playing like a satellite. It's not a satellite as such, but it's a playoff for 21 prizes. You don't have to win it. You don't need all chips. As we can see, Josh has got 110,000, and rightly so. Jay has probably said that Josh is not going to play a hand now because he's literally locked himself one of the top 15 prizes. He could literally blind away and still get there, but we know that's probably not going to happen. But it's just a different concept completely, isn't it?
And Jeff taking that one down. Oh, not taking that one down. He's got the kings. Tom's not going to be continuing with the A6 of diamonds. He's getting a really good price though, Tower, actually. 2.5k to win 9. 3.5 to 1 in his money, but I think we've got to be wary about Jeff's small 3-bet sizing here. With the A6 suited. Probably going to wait for a better spot, and in the muck they go for Tom Hall.
Why is Mike Humphries down as Phil? Is that on our table? No, it's Phil Walker on our table. Where were we looking there? Mr. Humphries. Oh, there he is, Michael Humphries, 41,000. Maybe maybe he's Michael Philip Humphries.
Well, Phil Walker on our table's got 41,000.
Phil Walker on there, he's not even in there. We have a discrepancy going on somewhere.
Okay, so I'm guessing, assuming that you're not trolling us, Kyle, that Michael's actually in seat 5 and it's not Phil, because there's not a Phil Walker that is left in the field.
Yeah, we'll have to check that. So we've got Phil Walker on our list, and it can't be a substitute. So we'll check that. Thanks for that.
So Mike, we'll go with now. I'm going to take Carl's word for it, watch his live stream a lot. I doubt he's going to be on the wind-up.
Ian Paddy says, why is Mike called Phil?
There we go. So Phil Walker. Michael Humphries, that's just...
well, we need to change that on the stream then.
An error. So we've let our action tracker know, and in a half hour's time...
We know why it's happened as well.
Oh, Josh is going to get involved still.
See you later, bro. Nice one, cheers, brothers. I'll get a treble up soon, my friend. I'll get a treble up soon. Yeah. Sorry, Kev.
It might happen in 2025, but I'll wait.
Thanks, Kev.
I'll still wait.
Love you.
Right, be lucky, chaps.
Kev, Razor Kev, on his way. So the problem was that seat 5 before the break was Phil Walker. He bust out. And when the table was already told us who was having it, Phil Walker was at the table. When we got to the break, Phil Walker was not on the table, and it was Mike Humphries who was now sat there in the middle. So apologies for that. Phil Walker did bust before the break, but we got the list with Phil on seat 5, so that's the that was the problem. We've now changed it, but unfortunately Mike is going to be Phil for 30 minutes. And if you want to carry on calling him Phil when he gets home, you can do. But we just apologise to Mike. So when we see Phil in a hand, it'll be Mike. Sound about right?
Yep. Spot on, Tower.
Is that Kevin Webster in seat number 8? Hey up, Sal! That's a pretty good shout, that, Kyle. Coronation Street reference. The mechanic. He's been the busiest mechanic for 35 years, as Kev Webster. Don't know how, but he has. He's kept the garage open for 35 years doing the same car. Unbelievable. Come on now, Phil. Mike Humphries sat in seat number 5.
Seat 4 is Jeff Duddy, We Sell, asking on Twitch.
Yeah, one of the chip leaders in the room. But we got 2 in the top 5 chip stacks on our table, seats 2 and 4.
Well, Mike going to be opening now, once folded to us in the low jack with the ace jack. And Rich on the button with the ace-8 of diamonds in the same seat he was the first session of the day, Rich. And Alex, very nice one to defend in the big blind with the 9-8 suited. 10 deuce 3, 2 diamond board. Phil going to have a fair amount of continues on this one, especially with them deuce and 3 being on the board. Just going to get so many folds from the hands. We expect Alex to defend in the big blind, and quick fold from Alex. Another one goes the way of Mike, sorry, not Phil. So Pavel with the 7s, he's all in for his last 4 big blinds on the button. Gets it through. Back to 7 bigs now, just from getting that shove through. Short stack at our table.
Mike Humphries, who's going to have a T-shirt at the Goliath in 2022 with Phil on it, is going to be part of Team Mushroom. Team Mushroom have a new member. Can't wait to get back to Live Goliath 2022. The dates are there, we're set, we're ready, and we just need a structure. We've got a couple of, we'll have a couple of inside information, a little bit of what's going on regarding Goliath when we get the go-ahead for Jim, but it's looking good, it's all looking, I'm very surprised that they put the actual festival schedule more or less together by now. I'm amazed, but
yeah, we don't associate with Team Mushroom, remember Tower?
Team Mushroom bubbled us.
Yeah, bubbled us on
They
the tag
bubbled
team
us on the
event.
tag team. We were flying.
We don't associate with them.
We got bad beaten and everything.
I don't think it was, but I think it was quite a bad beat, but
Oh yeah, didn't
took
you,
us out
John?
of the
Yeah.
bubble. No,
Who bust you or me?
it was you that bust.
It wasn't.
It was you
Not
that bust.
the slightest.
Still never forget the ham when we had absolute heaps and someone opened, I think, cut off or button, and I was on my break from comms. I come to sweat you for a bit. I saw you peel kings and just rip it in out the big blind for the absolute cake, and it's just the quickest fold ever. Like, oh yeah, well played, Tower. Got maximum from our.
You gotta mix it up. You gotta mix it up. No, we didn't lose Jack Oliver. Jack Oliver's table has moved. Every session we have a new table, and we are now looking at table mushroom. Mike, Phil Humphries. I'll be very, very upset if the new T-shirt for Mike Humphries doesn't have Phil somewhere on it.
Complete from Tom Hall in the small blind. And flops an inconspicuous double gutter here. Does Phil with backdoor spades, and Tom with a gut shot 2 overs. So Tom's going to be check calling here with the 9-8 after Phil fires with his double gutter. Oh, lovely little turn card to bring out the barrels here. As Mike, oh, he's checked it behind us, Mike. I'm going to have to get used to saying Mike and not Phil for the next 20 minutes or so.
Go on, Mike.
So Mike getting there on the end, backdooring into the flush here, and looks like Tom Hall is counting out some jips, thinking about firing this one as a bluff, perhaps. Think about hands that Phil, Mike is going to fire and check back. So used to looking at their name and saying their name, and better 10k from Tom, shows the 8-9, and Mike Humphries rivered the flush, and that's going to leave Tom Hall short, down to 12.7. Tom going for the 2x river bet there as a bluff.
So we started this session with 36. Chris Cunliffe last out before the break. Bob says, what do you think is enough chips to qualify? Well, Josh mustn't stack by a mile. If you just look at this chips there, look at these stacks here. Bob, these were the stacks at the start of this session, which is only 10 minutes ago, so they're pretty level. If you look down from the top 5 and look all the way down to 30th and Alfie Baldwin, it's just so close.
Yep.
It really is so close. It's just hard to predict. You've got to say that Josh and Rich Kelly, if they didn't play another hand, they would be they were locking the seat up. So it's
yeah, way to look at it as well. 15 players getting the 5k packages.
Yeah.
We started the day with 55, so average stack when we get down to that bubble is going to be around 70k chips.
Yeah.
So that's obviously something to work with. You can still, it's not saying you need to get average, you can probably find your way in near the bubble with 50, 40k. So but that's obviously just something for the players to take note of. Average stack's going to be around 70,000 chips when we're on the 5k package bubble. This is what we're playing for. Prizes coming across the bottom of the screen. As Alex opening the hijack with a suited ace. Flop a king, jack 9, 2 hearts. Going to opt for continue.
yeah. Yeah, he's had a good year, Josh. Won the 30-30 in Blackpool. Looks like getting a 5k package here. Was in the top 10 for a long time in the NPL. And obviously cashed quite a lot online, making it into the top 10 as well as live.
And yes, Asifo, everyone did start with the same stack today. 20k starting stack.
Yeah. I don't like the idea that Span said in the chat box though about everybody starting with 20,000 but then everybody gets 100 chip per point.
Yeah.
And that's a great idea. Then if you do finish, say like you bubble the 10k packages like Will McMurray has, you could just have a slight advantage to somebody who's finishing 80th. I like that idea. Maybe that'll be the point that we put forward. If anything does get changed. I'm not saying anything's going to change. We'll see the online team next week as they're heading down for the grand final.
Danny
Oi, oi.
was on our feature table first session of the day, really impressed. Now he's got the boots here, blind on blind versus Craig Dawson, and just going to come in for a complete here, and Craig working with the King 5 of spades, just going to check his option here.
You just look down at Danny as well. He's a big stack, isn't he? He's in the top 4 in the chip stacks. We've got 3 out of the top 5 chip stacks on our table.
Flop's gone check. So we're actually out of turn now. Oh, Craig Dawson's going to be in he's going to be in a world of trouble here, Tower.
Mr. Dawson. Ouch.
Turning trips. And
this could be the end of Dawes. He has to bet.
Well, he's just going to flat.
Oh, he's just flat.
Like a club, jack or 10 could save him though. That's not going to. But I might just opt to call river here, Tower, rather than raise, thinking that we're never getting called by a worse hand, and if we do raise, like, we're obviously chopping with all other King X that aren't boats, so might just opt to call this one, Craig. No need to raise, especially against this pot sizing on the end here, so just going to see Craig call this spot, I think, almost always here, Tower.
Yep.
There's just no merit in raising, and we're too strong a hand to be folding this one. We're chopping against other King X, so it's just never ever anything else here from us other than a call. But then again, we've seen Craig Dawson pull off some wizardry on the feature table with some...
Right, that's the wizardry that you get. That's amazing. Well done, the Dawes.
Lost of 1k.
Well done, the Dawes.
After turning trips blind on blind, he's just a sorcerer at the feature table. Craig Dawson.
Dawson is the man. He's going to get told in half an hour. What a fold that was.
Oh, God. The fact that we can be chopping against all other King X there as well, blind on blind. Oh, the Dawson never ceases to amaze us on this feature table, whether it be a GU KPT or the NPL playoff. Great fold from the man. I guess we lose the flushes as well. So a few bust outs after the break, guys. We've lost Dan Stacey, Rennie Z, and someone that's signed GDPR initials JW. So that's going to leave us with 33 players. And now Craig gets his reward with the boots in the small after just making a boss laydown. Going to be on his way to a double, because this is the best hand we can ever be up with, up against when we got aces. Ace 6 off, v aces. It's the best hand to see. So just fading backdoor spades and running sixes, and Craig's going to get a well-deserved double. Oh, there's one. Imagine the running 6-6. It would be ill. Oh, 10 of hearts. So never easy, is it? Always that little sweat at least, and Craig Dawson gets the double. Blinds increasing in 5 minutes time. Be going into the 600, 1200 level. Let's see what we got going on. Everyone enjoying their food. There's Jack, and Kellett seems like he's got even more than he had before. After the break, we got an all-in and a call on the outer table. Ace Queen v Queen 10. So Paul Maguire v Michael Kossoff here. Double, so 8 would actually do it now as well, and it does come an 8. So Michael Kossoff, we saw him get lucky with the Ace Queen versus the Ace King earlier, and he's just done it again with Queen 10 versus Ace Queen. Going runner 10 high straight. 8 or 10 needed on the river, and he just binks the 8. So twice now Michael Kossoff saved by the river card. Great little feature, that outer table there. Hi guys, do you know if it's possible to have someone buy me in for the midi day 2 tomorrow? Having the mare trying to get down from Scotland with the weather at the moment, might not get there until just past 12. Yeah, definitely get someone to flip you in, Dave. Nothing wrong with that. But obviously chips will go and play, so when you're buying in for day 2 with 8 big blinds and you're going to be running late, then I just wish you the best of luck on your spin. It's just like if you get drawn into the big blind, or you miss 2 orbits, you're going to be coming in with like 3 bigs or so. So obviously up to you what you do, mate. But so Tom is now in with the King Jack suited, shoving over the open from Mike. Oh, sorry. Is he? He's just open ripped here. Open rip from Tom for 12 big blinds with the King Jack suited. Yeah, 13 levels for the day ones now, or the midi, Dave. So if you're, I'd probably say try and get here before 12, but if you can't, I wouldn't be getting anyone to flick me in, that's for sure. Because you're either going to come in with 5.5 bigs or 3 bigs, depending whether you go through the blinds once or twice, but makes sense. So Tom Hall needing help here. King or a Jack to survive. Does pick up some straight possibilities. King, Jack or 9 needed, or we're going to lose Tom Hall. And that's going to be another one gone. And the 3 of clubs on the river. So we do lose. Oh no, we don't. It was Pavel he was all in against. And Pavel was shorter than Tom. Tom weren't the player at risk. Weren't sure who it was that called. So looking at the chat, sorry about that, guys. Span says at least one of the short stacks from the midi has chosen to surrender their stack and enter the turbo. And it wasn't him. You're not even that short, Span. You got like 40k. You're working with 16 bigs. So Tom's all in under the gun for 5 big blinds with his ace. And it's going to be good night, Tom Hall, because Mike has got the boots and just opts to flat with the aces, wants to get someone in behind. So it looks like it's going to be the end of Tom Hall here. 12.5 to 1 shot to win this one. Pre-flop equity of less than 10%, but look at this flop! Look at this flop. Well, he left himself 100 chip behind. And ace-3 for Tom. Cracking the aces of Phil. Running sixes the only way Phil's going to get half this pot, because the other ace is in the muck. So no outs here for Mike. Sorry, I keep calling him Phil, but that will change very shortly, that name. So running sixes is the only way Mike's going to get anything from this pot, and that is dead on the turn, because we know the other ace is in the muck. And Tom Hall going to be back to 12.7k, cracking the aces with the ace tray. 12.5 to 1 shot gets it done. It was only 5 bigs, shove from Tom. He had 5.1k, put 5k and left him 100 chip behind. Not too bad for Mike. 5 big blind dent in his stack, not the end of the world. So we're down to 32 players, guys, as we've just lost John Gilchrist from one of the outer tables. So 32 players remaining. So working with 4 tables of 8. As Pavel here, 17 big blinds, King Jack in the hijack, in they go.
Dealers and players in the MKL, you have new levels, full blind 1,000, big blind 1,500 and big blind ante 1,500. That's 1,000, 1,500, 1,500 in the MKL.
Pavel going to get that shoved through, and blinds have just gone up. So this hand going to be playing 600, 1,200. Level 10 of the day. And this is what we're playing for. I'll keep throwing them up so you know. 15 £5,000 packages for next year on the GUKPT circuit. There's Richard here, pocket nines, 20 big blinds, going to be opening. And Josh going to flatten the calf here, which is quite interesting because Josh doesn't really need to get involved at all with his particular stack size. So unaware of his holding. Don't really need to be doing too much work as Josh anymore once we've chipped up to over 4x starting. Queen, 3, 2 diamond board, and Josh is going to fire. Opting for just south of third, 2k into 6.7. So Rich, so much better for us to see 1 queen on this board than 2. Makes it less likely that Josh is going to hold a queen in his hand. Jack of clubs on the turn. Not the best card for us as the 9s, another overcard, but like the Jack X, Josh, I guess he can fire some King Jack, Jack 10s on this particular board, some removal to some Queen X that Rich might be opening. Can also have some Ace X of diamonds here, King 10 of diamonds, King Jack of diamonds, these type of holdings that flop flush draws. Pocket freeze, which is a flop boat. I may not be inclined to continue the freeze too much, but now Rich facing this second barrel here, just going to have to get out of the way of our 9s. Just not the best spot for us here, even though getting this price I think it's better for us to preserve this 16k rather than calling the 3k and leaving ourselves with just sub 11 bigs. We're going to have closer to 15 if we make this fold in this spot, and then we can find a spot to get the rest of our chips in. He's really thinking this one through, and there's just no need for Josh to be running it either. That's the other thing we need to take into account. There's just no need for Josh to just be running it randomly with an airball or as a bluff because of his particular stack size in question. We'll get updated soon, Katie. It's 32, I believe. Top right of your screen, Katie. Last one that we lost was John Gilchrist out in 33rd place, so we're down to 32 players. As Alex opening the ace queen, and Craig not defending the 7-8 in the big blind, just gets out of the way. So action. Mike gets out of the way, Danny on the button. I've really got the cogs turning in this one, Danny. So raise and take for Danny on the button. wages day on Twitch. Interesting. Very interesting. Says, will be interesting to see how Tom navigates 10 bigs. He's one of the best satellite players in the world, according to Dara, due to his sit and go background learning ICM. Well, he's only going to navigate a fold with this hand. 9 deuce into the muck. And Mike, there it is. There you are, Carl. It's updated. Half hour later. Mike is back in seat 5. Phil is gone. So Danny raising to 3k in the cutoff, and Pavel, nice little shove for him with 15 bigs over the cutoff open with the King Jack, gets that one through.
What we missed?
32 left out.
32, 32, 32.
As Tom, King Queen suited here, 10 big blinds, in they go.
Evening, Karen. Evening, Katie. Evening, Spand.
Evening, you can go say hello to him, he's only sat at the bar.
Oh yeah, I missed him. Hey, Spand.
Heard him laugh, had a little giggle. Rich here, Ace Jack suited, he's got 11 bigs facing this 10 big blind of Tom Hall. I think we can see this go in here from Richard Tower. Maybe a bit wary of Tom's +1 shoving range, and better to be the player shoving in this situation rather than the player calling it off. And just makes discipline lay down. Fair play to the man.
So we're getting closer and closer to the prizes. 32 players left. We are 11 players away because 21 get the prizes. Will a lot of this now be stack dependent from now on in?
Yeah, Scott, I think we would have seen it go in. Scott's saying that's a tight fold, the Ace Jack suited. I think any normal situation that's going in, but we're literally 10, just over 10 off the prizes at the moment. So Rich probably preferring to be the player that's jamming rather than calling it off the times that we're jamming. Obviously, we have the opportunity of getting the fold through, whereas when we call, we're going to need to win the hand at showdown to basically stay alive. So obviously, that's the reason.
What's Josh been up to? Has he been trying to win it?
He's got involved in a couple of hands, which I'm very surprised at. But
what's the point? Somebody just go and grab him by the scruff of the neck. Vinny, if you're watching from Liz's bedroom or having tea at the palace, come and grab Josh's shoulders and have words. He does not need to get involved in the slightest. £5,000. We all know he can play poker. We all know what a year he's had. He needs to top it off with a 5k package. And don't get involved. Can't believe his name is Phil. We've already changed it to Phil in all group chats. Poor old Mike. But I do expect Team Mushroom to have a Phil reference on one of the t-shirts.
So Tom's going to defend off of just over 10 big blinds here with the 5 deuce of hearts. I'm guessing he's correct. Must be correct. Someone put in the chat saying he's the best satellite player in the world, so guessing just trying to catch a piece and go with it off of his stack size. Now Alex coming in for a delay continue, and Tom just going to have to let the 5 deuce go.
Yep. How many times are we checking it? We'll check it 4 times. They've not changed. Who was the last one out that I missed?
Lost John Gilchrist in 33rd place.
Evening, Cameron, Scott and Ross all watching on Facebook. Is YouTube back?
Yeah, YouTube's been back a while. We're back on YouTube, yeah.
Awesome.
People seem to found the street. I might have saved Dave Doherty 550 quid as well. He might owe me a beer. He thought you're coming back at 15 bigs in the midi day 2 if you bought him for day 2, so he was going to get someone to buy him in, and because he was turning up a little bit late. And I said, by the time you turn up, you're going to have 3 big blinds. So I think he's going to give it a miss if you don't get here on time. Makes sense as well. As Danny opening 2.4k under the gun.
300, 302, 100, 300 and 302.
Ten-eye flop.
So Danny going to have lots of continues here, but Mike not going to be folding unless Danny opts for a pretty extortionate size in here tower. Mike's got a nice one to call with. Ace high still going to be ahead. Small amount of the time against like the Broadway holdings. We got the wheel draw as well as the ace of spades for our backdoor spades. And it looks like he's just going to make the call and take a turn. Well,
Ace of diamonds on the turn.
Could potentially get ourselves in some trouble here now as Mike, because Danny turning top pair, decent kicker, and Mike with his wheel draw catching the ace as well. It fires 7k, and Mike has to call here. And not only the fact that we got top pair, but this is a card that Danny's just going to be representing a whole host of the time. And this 8 of hearts on the river, this is where the spot's going to occur for us, because Danny's going to... No, he's not. I thought he's going to come in for some value tower, but opted not to come in for value there. With the ace jack, might have left a bit on the table if Mike was planning to call down there with his top pair, but Danny just checking that one back, maybe thinking it's better to just take what's in the pot. The times that we are behind, we're going to have more chips, more chance of getting ourselves in the top 21. I thought he could have definitely value bet that spot. Maybe just a bit worried about when Mike goes call, he's going to have lots of different 2-pair combinations, calling out the big blind.
Evening, Essa. All the packages scrolling across the bottom. 22nd place will be very interesting.
I think more interesting will be this when there's 17, 16 left tower, because it's 3,000 some difference in the package that you get. So it's very interested to see how people play on that satellite bubble. So we've lost another one.
Means we're on 31 then.
Alfie Baldwin.
Oh no! Very short strike, doubled up. Got back, sat down again.
Alfie Baldwin out in 32nd, which leaves us with 31 players.
Lost a bit of a grim one. On the feature table, ace king into ace queen. Ace queen flopping 2 pair. And then he doubled up when he hit the 1 outer, the 6 of spades. Unfortunately, couldn't turn it into any more chips. And it means we're down to 31. Yeah, can't wait for the tanking wages day, you're not wrong. Oh, the old Salmiakki. Get a chance to drink the finished Guinness. Good to have you on board, Essa.
So Josh opening Queen Jack, and the hijack once folded to him. And Danny with the same hand in the small blind gets out the weight, and Craig 9-8 off in the big. Going to make the defend, see if he can catch a decent enough piece. Craig working with sub 20 bigs here. Blinds are going up in about 8 minutes time. That'll take us to the...
I thought he was getting involved.
I thought he was as well. Yeah. I thought he put a chip in.
Yeah. Craig decided against it instead.
Yeah, going to take us to 1K 1500 in just under 8 minutes time. Sorry if it's lagging, guys.
Is it lagging?
Yeah, mine's the same as well. It's just the London internet's been awful this week.
London internet is...
Internet, the best. Blackpool's the best place for internet. It's crazy. It's just always...
Forget congestion charge and emissions charge. Just pay for some internet. Can't believe it.
Josh opening the 5s, +2.
Give it a refresh and hopefully it'll come back. Dexio. Looks alright now as Jay's playing it. Apologies about the internet. Amazing when you have to trust it and you think coming to London's going to be the best place in the country. Never the case.
So Richard in the big blind here. Just going to get out of the way with the King 10. He's going to try and find a decent spot to get his last 9 big blinds in. The blinds are going up very shortly.
So Josh keeps chipping away, sticking the rays in every orbit, just to remind everybody he's still here.
So Mike, King 8 of clubs, raises it to 2.5 in the hijack. And folded round to Pavel in the big. Pavel working with 16 bigs. So going to come in for the defend here with his suited Jack 5. Flop of Queen 10-3. Rainbow here. So Mike probably going to be continuing this a lot. We've got some plausible backdoors with our hand. It's fairly dry, queen height, and against big blind defend range we are going to get a lot of folds from our opponent. But Pavel here getting floaty with just jack high, no draw, but does have some backdoors. Deuce on the turn. Wow, I'm surprised Pavel's called here tower, and it has to lead river. I'm assuming he has to have this plan in mind. If we're floating flop with this hand, we must be floating to hope for the check back on the turn so we can lead river as a bluff. Has to bet now. Has to have had that in mind. There's no other reason that we can call flop there.
So clubs on the river,
and it works. Check. Fair play to the man. He had a plan. He stuck with it, and it gets it through.
Double bet on the river to get it through.
Yeah, it's a weird one, Span. It's a weird one. The thing is, like someone commented in the chat earlier, like Kelly had a spot with pocket jacks where maybe I thought I wasn't sure what he was going to do, but Kelly just got it in, and it was a really dicey spot with his stack size, taking a flip for what was 25 big blinds at the time, and definitely could have been a hand that we could have folded. But even like some really good MTT players may not be clued up on perfect satellite strategy, and that can be the case. Maybe it's the case with Josh. Maybe he's just opening to just fold if he's played that. But definitely doesn't need to get involved when he's working with the stack that he's got. But maybe he's just looking to try and pick up one pot per orbit, or so Pavel finds a lovely hand here. Jack's working with 21 bigs now, so we're going to raise this up blind on blind out the small, and action going to be on Alex working with the old Doyle. Nothing we can do as Alex but fold. So Pavel, ace-5 suited, opens on the button. And Pavel, who come to this table with, well, I think it was around 6k tower after the break. 6 big blinds did he have?
Yeah.
Something like that. And he's now right back amongst it, back up to 27 bigs.
Go on, Pavel. Go on, Pav the man. Go on, Pav. The Vic must have the AC on. A lot of players don't take the course off at all, do they? They're walking down in t-shirts, to be fair. But, we got the t-shirts on, but a lot of players do play in the courts. Some find it colder than others.
So Richard finally gets it in. 9 big blinds with the King Jack, and Alex here, ace queen suited on the button for 20% of his stack here. And Alex looks like he's moved all in here himself. And it's King Jack for Richard, Ace Queen suited for Alex. So this is basically Alex's seat if he can hold here, Tower.
Does Richard double, or is he out the door? All the flop is there. Ace, 10, 6. So we need a queen now to survive.
And only a queen.
Wow, and as we can see, only the Queen of Hearts. It's a pure one-outer if he hits it. And it's not. We've lost one.
Yeah, Richard Hayes takes us down to 30 players.
30. 9 off the prizes.
Yeah, and blinds are going to go up in 20 odd seconds. So might get one more in at this level. Or we will be moving into the 1,000, 1,500 level.
Exactly 100 in the turbo. We are on 100 players in the turbo of the £500 midi. £280,000 collected. Amazing turnout yet again.
Dealers and players in the turbo. You have new levels, small blind 200, big blind 300, big blind and seal 300. That's turbo. Dealers and players 200, 300, 300.
So lines are 612 with the 12.
1,000, 2,000, 2,090, 1,000, 2,000, 2,090.
Alex just moves all in. Tom has got the ace jack and he needs to double. Oh, we are going to lose Tom Hall. And he'll be out in 28th unless he doubles. Does he get that ace jack? Back up to 20k starting stack. Was it the jack? Delicious. That'll do. He needs to fade an 8. Oi. Tom Hall gets a double. Good old Tom. He didn't want out. He didn't want out in 30th. Tom all doubles. Lines are up. 30 players left. Tom Holding, not one out. Pav, who's built his stack up to 33,000. He's going to raise it up under the gun.
Craig, don't do that to me. he put like the chips next to his big stack of chips on top of the big stack, like he was going to push them all in with a 7 deuce there. Oh, I wouldn't put it past that man. Oh, we lost another one. Lee French.
We lost. Come on, Grim.
Lee French.
Oh no!
Is out in 30th place.
Unlucky Lee.
So that puts us down to 29.
Yeah, it must be cold on the doors, breaking waffles, because I've got a t-shirt on Saturday. Well, a shirt, short sleeve shirt. I wear t-shirts for work. Short sleeve shirt for me.
Danny opening the 9-8 on the button. Raise and take for him. And as he was opening the button, we lost one on an outer table as well. So Nigel Burge-Jones
We lost.
is 29th, which means we are down to 28 players. 7 off the money, 6 off the bubble.
Wowzers. I know he's got a bob light on as well, I don't understand it. It must be minus 20. There's 100 players in the turbo, it can't be that cold. Maybe they've all just come in from outside because it's blowing, still blowing a hoolie outside.
Yeah. Where's that? When you click my game at the top, so and you can go in, can't you?
Well, it's now like in-game interactive.
I know the new time now.
It's how you
Yeah, we're not cold, but everybody eats to their own. They all seem to be wearing a bit more outer clothing, but it is what it is. So 28 left, as Jay says. Last man out was
Nigel Burst-Jones.
Nigel. Unlucky Nigel. We're on 28. $21 get the prizes. Oi, oi.
Tom's all in with pocket fives. And
That's a long way around
17
the
big
table.
blinds.
16 bigs.
They're not 6-12 anymore. Blinds are up towers. Less than that. Just realised 13 bigs for Tom. They're now 500, 1500, and Pavel has got the ace king, so he's going to get called, and it's great for him to see that he's up against ace king. Praying for a flip situation once we get called in that spot as Tom. So 13 big blind shove, ISO'd by Pavel, and now off to the races. This is a pure coin flip, 50-50. And Pavel, what a flop! Look at this for a flop.
royal draw. Any royals about?
So just fading red fives now. So 9 of hearts on the turn, and just fading one of the two remaining red fives to bust Tom Hall. And it's the 6 of clubs, so we do lose Tom Hall. Puts us down to 27 players.
Yeah, the blinds are the blinds are 1,000, 1,500. Sorry that they're not being changed bang on time, but we'll get the word out there. So less of a shove, so 11 bigs was it? The shove?
13 bigs.
Pretty standard with pocket fives. And there you go, as if by magic, boom. Changey. Tom Hall doubles up once with ace jack. He's now out. We're down to 27. That'll be 3 tables of 9 then. We'll be having players coming into the table.
Pavel up to 55k now. Was down to 5 big blinds at one point and raises to 3.2. And like this is a spot where I just expect Josh to fold here, Tower. Like, we don't need to get involved with Pavel now. Once Pavel's got this stack in front of him, he can really damage us. And although we can see Josh has Pavel in a dominated spot here, like, there's just no need for us to get involved here as Josh this close to the money.
Absolutely not.
And he does fold the ace jack. I know we can see it would have been would have had him in a dominated spot, but good to see Josh let that one go after some deliberation.
We now have 27 players left, 3 tables of 9.
We're not playing this comp to win, we're playing this comp to lock up a package. We want to get in that top 15, that's why we're here.
Sean Biddulph from Blackpool, sat in seat number 8, was getting a lift this morning off Joshua's mum and dad. Oh, Vinny and Enid, come down. It's alright, I'm getting the train. They set off. An hour later, can I come for the lift? Train's been cancelled. No, we'll set off. Okay. Gets a later train at 10:30, gets here for 1:30, misses first half an hour, now sat playing in the final 27. Eventually made it down.
So Mike not opting to lead turn after turning the straight. Maybe thought Pavel's going to have lots of delay, continues on this 10 turn. And now we're going to come in for some value, but not going to be getting any action from the Queen High in this particular scenario.
So this will be a fold. Evening, Cammy. How was Anfield? 4-0, wasn't it? Was it 4-0? Seemed like an absolute rout. Hope the vlog was good. I'll be watching it tomorrow morning. So he's off to Berry New Road to win a bit of cash.
Span says in the chat, will be interesting to see how many of these guys play leading up to the bubble. Not many of them grind the John Line Saturdays. Potential for big mistakes to be made.
I like that. Good point. A very good point.
Yes, Alex Montgomery is still in the field. James Kelly on Facebook. When we go on break in 45 minutes or so, we'll try and get the remaining chip counts of all the players left in the room.
We will. Remaining 20, is it 27 now?
27.
Remaining 27. 21 get the prizes.
200, 400, 400, 200, 400, 400.
So Pavel here, 9-8 suited, not opening this one in the hijack. And Mike completing his option, and Danny going to check the Queen 6.
Dan Charlton's got a Christmas jumper on.
Has he really?
It's November. It's November. It's the only jumper he's got 'cause it's freezing, he says. It must be wash day. I say, I'm having one of them next week. I think we should do a Christmas jumper day next week. What do you reckon?
I haven't got one.
Well, Primark's down the road.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to buy one.
I was going to say I haven't packed one with me.
Do you fancy it? Shall we do it? What do you think? It is December next week.
What, day three of the grand final?
Maybe not the last day. I don't really want
the interview.
Look, Patrick Antonius was lucky that the Joker was there to interview him. Maybe not the grand final, but I could see a Christmas jumper day coming on, especially next year when the event don't finish until the 18th. It'd be like Santa's going to play. Christmas jumper day. I think we should think about it. What do you think, chat box? What do you think, chat box? What about next Friday? Day 1B. Next Friday, day 1B, Christmas jumper day. What do you think? Bring a bit of festivities to the country after the 18 months we've had.
Is there an opt-out button?
No. Well, if it's agreed, there is definitely not an opt-out button. If it's agreed. See, we sell Lisa 9292, so we should do it. Dan Charlton's already started the trend.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mick the Mod. I'm with you. Back to the action, because river action there. Mike fired with his pair of fours, maybe went for value, and got raised by the Queen 6. Oh no, oh no.
Oh no, what are you all knowing
I've
of?
just got word in the chat that it could be happening.
What's happening? Oh,
Christmas
no
jump
way!
day.
We've already had word. How did I manage that?
I don't mind a colourful top.
Yeah,
It's just a bit early. You do like Christmas, like nearer
It's
Christmas.
December.
I can-
Christmas is in December. 1st of December Christmas starts.
So Michael making it a 3K with the Queen Jack in the cut-off. And Craig not choosing to defend the Jack 10. Craig really been grinding his short stack.
Lisa 92's got his on for the. I have mine on for work. Get into the Chris festive spirit. I know next year will be fine completely because the festival next year is booked in for the 1st or the 18th of December. But I'm up for next Friday. The thing you've got to realise is that next Friday will be the last Friday that the team work together
Yeah.
for the year. So we have to not think about time too much and just think about relativity to the final 3 days of GKPT 2021. Because we're smashed this year. We started on the 15th of July and we've done a full season and an extra leg in 4 months.
Pretty darn good.
You've not been home since July.
I've not.
I bet you
I've
don't
missed
even
out.
know your mum's painted your bedroom, do you? Right, we'll try and get confirmation from the powers that be. Even Sue might turn up, you see, the head of poker, or the head of everything. Jim's the head of poker. Get Sue in a Christmas jumper.
So interesting spot here for Danny with the Ace Jack, like 63k here. Very decent stack size to get on the right side of the packages. Facing the cut-off open from Mike, which is perceived to be fairly wide anyway. But it looks like he is going to opt to play this one, Danny, and he's just going to move all in from the looks of things with the Ace Jack, and that's going to get the job done. Royal Tower, we've lost one.
Oh, who's that?
In 27th place, Jack Oliver.
No, Jack.
That leaves us down to 26.
Oh my
WSOP
days.
main event final table list out the door in
Unlucky Jack.
27th.
Thanks for turning up and thanks for entertaining us and the world. I am sure he might have. Has he gone straight into the MIDI?
Danny in the cutoff. Raising the 9-8, raise and take for him. Blind's going to be going up for the final time this session in 5 minutes time. That will take us into 1K, 2K level.
Carnarvon. Real. Anyone on the Reno. No, does he play locally? Do you play the local game? Oh, yeah.
Got ace king for Chris under the gun +1. In they go, tower.
In they go.
16 bigs, ace king +1. Gonna be an all in here from Chris. I'm not wearing that. You think you're going to get me in that? You've got another thing coming. Tower's having a little look
I'm not
at
saying
some
anything.
Oh, don't.
Not saying anything.
Chris gets that one through with the ace king.
Wow. Big news coming out of Blackpool. Due to the adverse weather and the safety of our customers, management have made the decision to close for the evening. Grosvenor Casino Saturday night. Closed. Still really wild and
Open your eyes, chef. Top right hand corner. 26 remaining with 5 off the prizes, 4 off the bubble.
They're all bringing us a relief. Yeah, he's like, oh, I was going to say no. Joining in.
They're all coming over now, aren't they?
how many are we on, Jay? 26. Is that right?
Yep.
I'm getting close to the money, even though there's no money. If you know what I mean. Jack Oliver eliminated last.
So Danny raising to 3K with the king queen suited. And Josh here, ace jack suited in the small. Like same scenario as before. Like if it's the other way round, we'd open the ace jack suited, but being the player that's calling, it looks like he's going to get involved here. Josh with the ace jack of hearts out of the small blind versus someone that can do damage to our stack. But both these players should be aware that they can both hurt each other in this pot when they're both pretty close to locking up a 5k package with their particular stack sizes. So Josh checking this one over to Danny. with the King Queen of Spades. Going to opt to continue for 2,000 into 9,000. And Josh just gets out of the way.
So we're getting close to the prizes. Jack Oliver eliminated in 27th, which means we're on 26.
Dealers and players, number 59, Grosvenor Turbo. You have 11 small ones, 200, big one 500, big one empty 500. That's 200, 500, 500 and middle.
I don't know what hours it is. Oh, what's that, like 30 minutes? If I lost.
This level is free.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait to roll that joint. That's all he said. Take your time.
Dealers and players in
Have a look.
the Turbo. You have new levels, small blind 200, big blind 300, big blind and 300. That's Turbo. Dealers and players 200, 300, 300.
That pairs, you know what's going on. I won't even need it back. So blessed, it's not even suited. Look, diamond. Yes, obviously. 8, 9, 20. Come on. Average.
Learning table.
It's grim up north. So I'm not sure if that's just a poker room or actually if it's the whole casino. I've just sent the message out because I got the message just to say that due to the adverse weather.
It's not been nice.
It has not been nice. A lot of players not making it down here. I've seen the 17th at Formby Golf Club in Liverpool, or just outside Liverpool. 17 trees down. Massive, big trees. Amazing scenes.
So Michael shoving blind on blind into Mike's pick. So blinds are now up 1k, 2k level, guys. So
1,000, 2,000, 26 left.
I think average stack's around 45k as well. So average stack now around 20 bigs. I think it's starting to shallow. As Pavel finds the Cowboys.
Yeah, 1,000, 2,000, not 1,500. Yeah, I heard the M62 was closed last night as well. 120 lorries stuck on the M62 and had to stay there overnight.
I love this from Chris. He's like acting like he's got a decision here. He's looking around at stacks, just a little bit of tanking.
He knows.
Yeah, he's just just stack sizes around the table. But Chris got one of them stacks that's going to want to fold his way into the money, or at least try to. It's going to be hard to, but he's just hoping to get the right side. of the bubble when we eventually get there.
Glad I folded. Might actually have to watch the table back to get some reads. And then I have to watch the last one because everyone shows. Just wait, it saves time, doesn't it? People do.
I feel you want this.
You got a good answer? I know, I'll know if you raise. Yes, my challenge. I like that. That's very good. Rather easy, this would be
So the blinds 1,000, 2,000 now. 30-minute clock. Michael Kossoff back in seat 4 this time and not seat 7. And he knows with 20 bigs. So just to confirm it, so the whole Blackpool casino's closed down just for tonight because of the adverse weather conditions.
I'd love to see you run a gauntlet. I think you might struggle a little bit.
So if you're making your way to Blackpool to play the cash on a Saturday night and watch the live music and have a dance, unfortunately it's closed. But the £330,000 bad beat jackpot is still available everywhere else. Quad 2s or better to be beaten. Can't believe it's at 330,000. They reckon it's 1.1 million hands being dealt since it last went, which is absolutely insane. So we're getting the consensus that we're having a Christmas jumper day next Friday. The chatbot have told us to get on with it. Dan Cholton's already got one on, and we're just about to convince Jay it's a good idea.
In other news, a CFO, yes. That's the first one I've had of him, and I understand why he charges £200 odd an hour for a cooking lesson or whatever now, because that was very nice. That was very, very nice.
Spare cake if anybody wants one. Anybody watching the live stream on the outer tables, if you come and see Tower with the password Chef Brad makes cakes. In fact, let's change it to Chef Brad jams 25 bigs with ace queen. You can have a cake. Would you like a cake?
Always.
We've got the desserts
Best
from
ever,
heaven.
best ever.
Show me what you got.
Dan the man wants to see my wares as we've got Chris is all in with ace king suited for his 14 bigs.
I'm going to pass, but it did look good.
Pass.
Yeah.
Oh, great for us.
What's the reason?
Not my kind of dessert, more of a cake guy.
Hold on, we got something for you then.
Hang on a minute. You want cake? My friend, you want cake?
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking, he says. Have some of that. Dan, the cardroom manager here in the Vic has just decided, oi, he's seen the wares, we need one. Delicate job. Oops, told you.
That'll do.
There you go, young man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chef Brad. Chef Brad's the man.
So Craig getting in with the sixes here.
No, you have to come and tell me if you're watching the live stream. You have to call into the comms room and say, Chef Brad jams 25 big blinds.
You'd be good in here actually, Span, on the bubble. I just thought about that. You're probably a lot more clued up on me than satellite strategy. You'd be a good person to actually get in here in the booth and do some old satellite strategy. I know you play a lot online.
Internet's just been won. I don't know how Jake can object to wearing a Christmas jumper when he used to wear a stupid hat.
I'm not objecting. No, just
I loved it.
The one Tower showed me. I said I'm not wearing that.
Well, that's true. We did go for the we did go for the Merry Christmas. Are you up for it next week? Next Friday?
Always up for it.
Christmas jumper day next Friday?
Yeah, I'm in.
We're on it. We've had a tough 18 months. We're getting back into the swing. There might be some kind of law coming out next week.
Best jumper will get a free meal.
And the best... Oh, there you go. I like this. The best jumper next Friday will get a free meal in the restaurant here, courtesy of Dan. Amazing. Loving it.
That cake was amazing, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Span.
You think it'll be a long one?
I think so, yeah. I think it will be Tower. And Katie thinks this is a...
Katie's just sent Jay an option for Christmas jumper top for me and Ta... Is that a jumper? Oh my days, I just thought it was my shirt open.
I really need the cardigan and the tie, Katie.
I quite like that. So we have a short stack moving across the tables. We must have lost one because we've just gone to 8-handed.
I will let you know. Oh, we lost two in one hand, Tower. Ben Heyman and Chris Trick
On the same table?
25th, 24th.
Wow.
So we're down to... 26th, 25th. So we're down to 24.
Same table with this, huh?
No, 26 and 25.
Right. Wowzers.
Which is what confused me because I read the table number. But 26th and 25th, those two. So down to 24. And Wages Day said, any chance of getting Jack Oliver into the booth for an interview at any point?
I think he's jumped in the mini.
Huh?
The midi. But yes, if we get the chance, we'll ask him at one of the breaks, see if we can get him sat down here for 10 minutes. Jack is not still in the playoff. I think he jumped in the midi. Yeah, I can imagine the winds at Morecambe Bay last night. Pots and bins and all sorts going over. Everybody stay safe out there, guys.
This is a hand we can open, as Josh once folded to us. Better to be the player opening the pot here with this stack than making the call. So going to open this one on the button. Then if we get any resistance, we can just let it go because of our stack size. And we do get some resistance from Michael. Just rips it in for 19 big blinds with the King Jack in the small. Gets it through.
Same hand, this is.
At 24 left with 3 off the prizes. Michael just on the turn and just absolutely fires it in there for 20 odd big blinds. Obviously knowing that Josh just can't call off.
Here's a place in the NPL playoff. Please continue to shoot time the start of 1 minute. 1 minute left. Occupying the NPL playoffs. Please continue.
Where's Dan? Where's that shout Dan over there? Where's Dan Charlton? Got to show him the jumper. We've got to show you the jumper, which has inspired us to do a Christmas jumper day next Friday. The guys in the midi are on a break. Here he comes. He's just going to seconds while he's on a 15-minute break because
how are we doing?
This guy right here has inspired us. He's inspired us. There you go. Look at that. Look at that.
How are we doing,
Stick your chest out, son.
Well, mate, 15 quid from Marks and Sparks, mate. 20 metres down the road.
You've inspired us for next Friday.
Exactly.
Christmas jumper day.
Right.
Final day one buying of the year.
Oh, brilliant.
We've had 16 months of hell. We've come back. We've done a full UKPT in a season, in 4 months.
Oh, it's been
We've
fantastic.
smashed it.
Yeah, better than ever, hasn't it?
You've had a few cashes as well. You cashed again this week.
Yeah, just been cashes really. I got a little final and whatever. But,
and I saw the jumper over there and I thought, what a good idea.
It's good, isn't it?
Next Friday, if you're in the building, you can wear one of them. Because next Friday is going to be Christmas jumper day.
Oh, brilliant.
How are you doing in the midi?
Second bullet, but it's about 30 now, so it's alright.
Good lad, good lad. Good lad. Right, just show them the jumper one more time.
Right, there we go, lads.
Look at that. Come on. Christmas jumper day next Friday.
See you later, everybody.
Christmas jumper day next Friday. GUKPT day 1B, final buying day of the year. Come and join us.
Great to see as well, guys. Plenty of you tuned in just to watch the playoff. Great effort from you guys watching the live stream. Different format for us today. Something different.
So about 10 minutes out, are we, from the break?
Yep, spot on, Tower. 10 minutes till we go on the break. Unless we lose 2 players. Because when we're on the bubble, there won't be a break. So if we lose 2 players, won't be going on break. .24 remaining at the moment as Danny raises the 10-8, and Sean could have definitely shoved the 4s there versus Danny's button open for his 10 big blinds, but obviously this close to the money, thinking about locking up that 250 seat. I just don't think we're going to get there for the 5k package with our particular stack at the moment, so depends what he's playing for.
I wouldn't be that sick. If it was you, I would understand.
Craig Dawson on the button. So been really tight and going to use it to his advantage because he needs to pick up chips. Raises to 4,000, leaving himself 6.8k back. And Pavel here with the 8-5 in the big blind. I think versus Craig stack size just going to get out of the way. Craig raising it up with a 10-4. And Pavel just can't do anything but fold here, Tower, versus this particular stack size we're up against.
He has to show you. He says, I can't bluff. I've got to show you.
Oh wow, he's going to defend.
Defend with 8-5.
And Craig's got 10-4, leaving himself 6.8k back. So Craig's hating seeing this call. Check on the flop.
King 10 deuce checked.
Yeah, good flop.
Oh, he's at the 6. Oh, he's got the 10.
Yeah, 10 for
there
Craig.
we go. There's me thinking it's the old 10-6, 10-4.
And now going to fire.
Get him in, Craig.
Confident.
Snap fold.
Quick fold from Pavel. How you doing, W Cutmore on Twitch? This is the MPL playoff for the National Poker League.
Craig's heart's going 140 to the minute.
the prices are running across the bottom of your screen. You can see there. We are going on break in less than 10 minutes time, but we're approaching the bubble. 21 players get a prize. We are down to 24. There's a few short stacks out there in the room. But if we do lose 2 players, there won't be no break. There's no breaking on the bubble. Pavel here completing in the small, and Alex just sets him in with an ace in the big. To be honest, I don't even think I need to get Span in the booth. I can hear him at the bar telling everyone about satellite strategy anyway.
He's been on the beer since 11.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I hate to think how many deep he is now, and he's on that star stuff as well, the strong stuff.
Evening Rails. Which Grosvenor is this and how much is the entry? There's no entry fee. This is a playoff from the National Poker League. We're in London at the Victoria Casino on Edgware Road. Top 21 get the prizes, and there are 24 players left.
We lost one.
What?
So there's 23 players left.
23.
So we're on the one more and we'll be on the bubble. Kevin Charalambos is our 24th place
Kev was
finisher.
in the top 10 for months.
So Kev
For months he
finishing just shy of the prizes, which is going to bring us down to 23 if we lose one more before the break.